I want to start today by just checking the date. It is 2026.
Right.
And I feel like for the last 5 years, maybe even longer, we've all been living in this kind of suspended animation, just holding our breath, waiting for the AI future to arrive.
That is the perfect metaphor for it. It was always coming soon.
Always next update or in the near future.
Yeah.
Exactly. But looking around now, the wave has hit. I
Yeah.
mean, we are either underwater or surfing, depending on who you ask.
Right.
But the reality of 2026, it looks different than the sci-fi movies promised. I'm not seeing robots walking down the street. But inside the office, inside the actual workflow, it feels like someone came in at night and just rearranged all the furniture.
It's not a replacement event.
Yeah.
It's a realignment event. That's the
Uh,
feeling. And to understand what that actually means, beyond the vibes, we're looking at a massive piece of research today.
We are.
We're unpacking the Job Skills Report 2026 by Coursera.
And I want to be really clear before we dive in. This isn't just a survey where they called up a few CEOs and asked, so what's cool right now?
No, this is behavioral data.
Yeah.
Correct. This is drawn from about 6 million enterprise learners.
Yeah.
So these aren't hobbyists learning to, bake sourdough or knit on the weekends.
Right.
These are employees at 7,000 companies, government agencies, and universities. This is hard data on what people are furiously learning right now
To keep more jobs.
to keep their jobs, to get promoted. It tracks the whole shift from 2023 through 2025 and then projects into where we are today.
That is a massive sample size. So our mission for this deep dive is to cut through the noise. Because I scrolled through social media and I just see 1,000 buzzwords. I see prompt engineer, agentic workflows. I want to know, what is the actual baseline for employment now?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be honest, I have this lingering anxiety that I should have learned to code 3 years ago,
Of course.
or that I'm already obsolete because I don't know how to fine-tune a model.
You are definitely not obsolete. But the requirements for, staying relevant probably aren't what you think they are. It's not a simple binary of learn to code or don't.
Okay.
The data shows something much, much more nuanced.
All right, let's get into it. The report opens with this distinction in the foreword that I found really helpful for framing this whole conversation. They talk about a split in how we actually interact with these tools.
This is crucial context. They reference a study from Anthropic that breaks down AI usage into two distinct buckets. On one side, you have augmentation.
Augmentation.
That accounts for about 47% of interactions.
And augmentation is what? Me bouncing ideas off a bot?
Exactly. It's collaborative. It's a tennis match. You write a paragraph, the AI suggests an edit, you accept it, you write another. You are very much in the driver's seat.
So it's enhancing my own capabilities.
Yes. But the other bucket, which is 49%, so almost a perfect coin flip, is automation.
Which implies I am not driving.
You are delegating. You are handing off the keys. Here is a data set. Go analyze it and give me the summary.
Here's a topic, write the first draft.
Precisely. You are asking the machine to execute the work for you.
That's interesting because usually the narrative is all or nothing. Either AI is a tool I hold like a hammer, or it's a replacement that sits at my desk.
Yeah.
But the data says it's both.
It's both happening simultaneously. And that coin flip really defines your career path. You have to be skilled at both modes. You need the soft skills to collaborate with it, the augmentation side, and you also need the managerial skills to handle the automation.
Okay.
And that brings us to, I think, the single most important concept in this entire report, layering.
Layering. I circled that word like 3 times in my notes because my fear, and I think the fear of a lot of people listening, is that automation means my old skills are trash.
Mm-hmm.
If the AI can write the SQL query, why do I need to know SQL? Do I just throw away my degree, my experience?
Absolutely not. In fact, if you do that, you will fail. The data proves that the old skills are actually becoming more critical, not less.
Okay.
If you look at the top fastest growing skills in the IT sector for 2026, what do you think is number one?
Oh, I'm going to guess something wild like chatbot personality design.
Not even close. The number one fastest growing skill is JSON.
JSON.
JSON. It's a standard file format for structuring data. It's been around for over a decade. It is like digital plumbing.
Wow.
And number 7 is SQL, the standard language for talking to databases. These are foundational, old-school technical skills.
Okay, walk me through that. If we have these super intelligent models that can write poetry and pass the bar exam, why is everyone scrambling to learn data formatting?
Because you can't build a skyscraper on a quant. AI models need structured data to work. If you want to build an AI agent that pulls customer records to answer a question, someone has to understand how those records are stored
That's SQL.
and how to pass that information to the AI in a way it understands.
That's JSON. So the AI isn't magic.
No.
It still runs on the same messy infrastructure we've always had.
Correct. But here is the layering part. Sitting right at number 2 on that list, sandwiched between JSON and SQL, is Generative Model Architectures.
So it's a sandwich. Old skill, new skill, old skill.
It's a layer cake. You keep the foundation, the concrete slab of knowing how systems work, but you pour the new skill, the AI architecture, right on top of it.
So you can't be an effective AI engineer if you don't understand the plumbing underneath.
You can't. You hit a ceiling very, very quickly. You become a surface-level user. The people who are winning in 2026 are the ones who know the plumbing and the poetry.
That is actually a huge relief. It means my past experience isn't a sunk cost.
It's your prerequisite. It's your competitive advantage.
Okay, so we keep the technical foundation, but let's look at the automation side of that split again. If I'm handing off the actual execution to the AI and it does it in seconds, doesn't that inherently devalue the human contribution?
You would think so, right?
Yeah. If I used to take 4 hours to write a report and now a bot does it in 4 seconds, what is my value?
The logical fear is, if the machine does the work, I am worth less. But the Coursera data shows this massive spike in a specific human skill that suggests the exact opposite is happening.
Which skill?
Critical thinking.
Critical thinking. That feels vague. I mean, every job description since 1990 has said, must have critical thinking skills.
It's not vague in the data this year. Look at the data career track. Enrollments in critical thinking courses grew by 168%.
Whoa.
And for learners specifically focusing on Gen AI, it grew by 185%.
That is a massive jump. Why the sudden desperation to learn how to think?
Because your role is shifting from creator to validator.
Validator. Unpack that for me.
Okay, let's say 2 years ago, your job was to write a Python script to scrape a website. You spent 4 hours on it, testing it, fixing your typos. You were the creator.
I knew every line because I wrote it.
Exactly. Today, you tell the AI, write me a script to scrape this site. It does it in 30 seconds.
Right. It's done.
But does it work? Is it efficient? Did it just agree to a terms of service you didn't read?
Oh.
Did it import a software library that doesn't even exist? Did it hallucinate?
So if I don't know what I'm looking at, I'm actually dangerous.
Exactly. If you delegate to the machine, you become the auditor. You are the quality assurance department. And the report highlights this with specific skills, not just abstract thinking, but debugging in IT.
Okay.
In the data field, data quality is up 108% and data cleansing is up 103%.
So we are the safety net. The AI provides the speed and the volume, but the human provides the sanity check.
We provide the judgment. We're the human in the loop. The more powerful the AI gets, the higher the premium on human discernment.
You can't debug code if you don't know how to read code.
You can't.
I love that framing. We're moving from operators to auditors. Let's stay on that data track for a minute. You mentioned data quality, but the report suggests the job of a data scientist is getting a lot more complicated than just cleaning spreadsheets.
It's becoming multidimensional, literally. The #1 fastest growing skill in the data track is multimodal prompts.
Multimodal, what does that actually look like in practice?
So unimodal is just text to text. You type, what is the average sales figure? It gives you an answer in text.
Got it.
Multimodal means you are feeding the system different types of inputs at the same time. Text, images, audio, video to get a result.
Give me a workplace example. Why would I need that?
Okay, imagine you're a data analyst at a factory. A machine breaks down. In the old world, you'd look at the error logs, just text.
Right.
In the new world, you upload a photo of the cracked component. You upload the audio file of the weird grinding noise it was making.
Ah, that's cool.
And you upload the maintenance log text. Then you ask the AI, correlate these 3 things and tell me what happened.
And it analyzes the sound, the picture, and the text all together.
Yes. And just asking that question, knowing how to structure that prompt, is a new skill. It's a new literacy.
That feels like a massive leap from knowing Excel formulas.
It is. But with great power comes, well, a lot of liability. And this brings us to the other massive spike in the data sector. Governance.
The boring stuff.
The scary stuff. Responsible AI and information privacy are top 10 skills now. And this isn't just for the legal team. This is for the people building the models.
Why? Can't I just build the thing and let the lawyers worry about the rule?
Not anymore. We have the EU AI Act now. The report specifically calls this out, and the penalties for non-compliance are astronomical,
How bad?
up to 35 million euros or 7% of your total global turnover.
7% of global turnover, that's company-ending money for a lot of businesses.
It is. So if you are a data scientist
Yeah.
and you build a model that accidentally leaks customer data or violates a bias law, you are a walking liability.
You have to bake compliance in from line 1 of the code.
You have to. The days of move fast and break things are over because breaking things is now way too expensive.
Let's pivot to the people who are arguably in the eye of the storm, software developers. Is the role actually disappearing?
It's not disappearing, but it is blurring. It used to be very siloed. You had software developers who built the app, the buttons, the database connections, and then you had machine learning engineers over in a corner who built the brains. The report shows those walls are just coming down.
How so?
Look at the top skill for software developers. It's unsupervised learning.
Okay, we define JSON. Define that for me.
So in machine learning, supervised learning is like a teacher with an answer key. You show the computer a picture of a cat and say, this is a cat.
Got it.
Unsupervised learning is throwing a million pictures at the computer and saying, find the patterns yourself. It's much more complex. It's deep AI work.
And regular software devs are learning this now.
They have to,
And
because they're building AI native applications. You can't just glue an AI onto an app anymore. The app has to be built around the AI.
The report also threw out a productivity stat that stopped me in my tracks about junior developers.
Yes, junior developers using Gen AI tools are seeing productivity jumps of 21 to 40%.
40%. That's nearly half their week given back to them. That sounds amazing.
It is massive. But think about the implication. If the AI can do 40% of the junior work, the boilerplate code, the basic testing.
What is the junior developer supposed to do?
Exactly. The ladder has lost its bottom rungs. Junior devs need to level up to architecture and system design much, much faster. The AI is the new intern.
Which explains the stress. But what about the product managers? The people telling these devs what to build, are they safe just writing sticky notes?
Only if they adapt. Product managers are flocking to technical skills. Generative AI is the number 7 skill for PMs. Prompt engineering is number 8.
Why does a PM need to know prompt engineering? Can't they just say, make it do X?
Because the question has changed. It used to be, what user problem are we solving? Now it's, what is actually possible with this technology?
Ah.
If a PM doesn't understand that a model costs money every time it runs or that it might hallucinate facts, they can't design a viable product. They have to be translators.
Translation seems to be the theme here. Let's talk about the tech itself. We've moved past just chatbots. The report makes a big deal about agents.
This is the shift from chatbots to agents. And honestly, this is the biggest shift in how work gets done. It's the difference between a conversation and an employee.
Break that down.
A chatbot is passive. You ask a question, it gives an answer. It waits for you.
Right.
An agent has agency. You give it a goal. You say, plan a travel itinerary for my team to London under this budget and book the flights.
And it doesn't just give me a list of flights.
No, an agent goes out,
Uh-huh.
it interacts with the airline API, it checks the calendar, it makes the booking, and it sends the invites. It executes tasks autonomously.
That sounds incredible, but also slightly terrifying. How many companies are actually doing this?
More than you'd think. 62% of organizations are experimenting with agents,
Okay.
and 23% are already scaling them.
So nearly a quarter of companies are already deploying autonomous software.
Yes. And that's why generative AI agents is the number 3 fastest growing skill. We are moving from creative copilot, asking ChatGPT to write an email, to managing digital workers.
Before we wrap up, there was one piece of demographic data in the report that was actually optimistic.
The gender gap. Yes, this is a very positive signal.
Usually, tech booms leave women behind.
They do. The numbers are notoriously skewed in things like crypto or cloud computing. But with Gen AI, we're seeing a correction. Women's enrollments in Gen AI courses jumped from 36% in 2024 to 41% in 2025.
A 5-point swing in 1 year is significant.
It is. But digging deeper, women have 6 times greater enrollments in beginner-level Gen AI courses compared to other technical fields.
Why is this tech different?
I think it's the low floor. You don't need a computer science degree to start prompting. Natural language is the programming language.
It levels the playing field.
It does. It suggests that Gen AI might be the great equalizer we've been waiting for, allowing people from non-technical backgrounds to leapfrog into high-tech roles.
Low floor, high ceiling. I like that. Okay, we've covered a lot. We've talked about the split of augmentation and automation, the necessity of layering, the rise of the human arbiter.
Hmm.
If I'm listening to this on my commute and I'm feeling a mix of excitement and, oh God, I have so much to learn, what is the one big takeaway? What do I do tomorrow?
I boil it down to 3 pillars. If you focus on these 3 things, you win.
Hit me.
First,
Yeah.
layering. Do not panic and ditch your foundational skills. If you are a good writer or a good coder or a good analyst, keep that. That is your foundation. But you must layer the AI competency on top of it.
Keep the base, add the layer.
Second, validation. The most valuable skill you can have in 2026 is the ability to catch the AI making a mistake. Critical thinking, debugging, data cleansing. Position yourself as the person who ensures quality.
Trust, but verify.
Mostly verify. And third, agency. Understand that we are shifting from asking for ideas to managing outcomes. Start treating these tools like interns you are managing, not just search engines.
Solid advice. But I know you, and I know you found one stat at the very end of the report that serves as a bit of a warning shot.
The failure risk. It's the so what that keeps me up at night.
Lay it on us.
88% of leaders believe their AI investments will fail without aggressive investment in training.
88%. That's nearly everyone.
It is. Think about the billions of dollars being poured into chips, data centers, models. The tech works. It's ready. But the bottleneck isn't the compute power anymore.
It's the people.
It's us. It's the human ability to keep up. If the workforce doesn't learn how to layer, how to validate, and how to manage these agents, the ROI on all those billions just drops to 0.
So the provocative question is, the AI is ready for the future, but are we?
That is the question.
Well, on that slightly terrifying but highly motivating note, I think I need to go audit my own skills.
Start layering.
Start layering. Thanks for listening to this deep dive into the Job Skills Report 2026. Good luck out there.